Welcome to Oil Boys Presents the Offseason Show. I'm your host and Oil Boy, Alec Baby. And joining me tonight, let's give a warm welcome to Sly the Solution. Sly, tell me tonight, we have a trade alert via Reddit / Dynasty FF trade advice from our good friend South Revolution 119. Bijan Robinson for Breece Hall, 2026 fourth overall pick, and a 2027 first round pick. What do you say about this trade? Should South Revolution 119 accept or deny?
That certainly would revolutionize the South if Bijan was on the move. So South gets Bijan, right? Or does he give?
He receives Bijan for Breece Hall, 2026 fourth overall, and 2027 first round pick.
Man, that's tough. Because I feel like because he is the fourth overall, his team's bad. Unless he got unlucky last year. So his team's bad, which then lends me to think, maybe 2027 fourth or 2027 first round pick might also be a high pick as well. So it makes me a little concerned for South's sake if he's going to stay bad and then, he's got Bijan, but he's got nobody else. I think it's key for his team. If he's got a whole bunch of other good guys who maybe just were hurt last year, maybe got a little unlucky, then I don't mind it. Because I think 2 firsts in Breece is a pretty fair deal for Bijan. I think that's what if you're going to trade Bijan away, you need that. So good on the other guy for at least getting 2 firsts and a good player. If South has a good team, I'd take it because Bijan can put you over the top for a championship, but you better win that ship or else it's going to be, they're going to have a revolution in the South against South Revolution if he doesn't win it all after that trade.
You hear that, South Revolution 119? You better win it all if you make this deal, but you can't let go an opportunity to get a guy like Bijan. I like it.
Yeah, and you better not suck next year either and give that guy another top 5 pick.
Absolutely. Now, moving on to segment number 2. You infamously had this take on Trey Harris.
Yeah. White dudes for Harris.
Now, I'm betting you deeply regret that take looking back at it on the 2025 season, but this year, rolling into 2026, are you willing to double down, or are you going to take that take back?
I was a white dude for Harris, I'll admit it. I was a white dude for Harris, and it didn't work. I'm going to take that take back. It's official. Do I think Trey Harris can be good this year? Sure, fine. Do I think that do I want to bank on a receiver who got less than 400 yards his rookie year? Heck no. It's super rare for them to do that, so I am taking that take back.
Hey, it takes a man to admit he was wrong. Now, moving on to the next segment, we have a brand new splash player who is the talk of the town, Michael Wilson. Now, Sly the Solution, please tell me, what would you trade for this man, and what's his value at right now before the real NFL draft?
Can I ask a counter question? Do I have to trade for him? Is that an option to just say no? No.
Ooh, if
I was able to give something of little value, I would. But whoever has Michael Wilson is going to want something more. I'd give a late second round rookie pick for him, but the person who wants him isn't going to want only that. They're going to want more than that. They're going to want a high second round pick. I wouldn't give anything higher than a second round pick. He's only been good for 5 weeks in his 3-year career. Is it his 4th year?
Third year.
So he's 3 years in the league. He's been good for 5 weeks. I'm not giving up anything higher than a late second for him. Maybe a random old, maybe if you could flip Kamara for him, sure, fine. Why not? Dump someone old on your team. But otherwise, nah, I wouldn't give anything better than a late second or old veteran that everyone already knows is washed, like Kamara or something.
You heard that, folks.
Keenan Allen, if you can get rid of Keenan Allen for him, sign me up.
You heard that, folks. Michael Wilson, flash in the pan, according to the solution. Now, moving on to our next segment, we have a fun one. Tyreek Hill, recently released. Where should he sign to gain fantasy relevancy once more for 2026?
He's got to sign on a top offense. It's got to be the Bills. It's got to be maybe the Patriots. I mean, heck, even go back to KC. Maybe that would work because they have, Mahomes really only likes throwing to guys he's familiar with. That's been well known after all the second round and first round picks that never do anything besides Rashee Rice. So he likes throwing guys he's used to. Maybe that would help. But I don't think Tyreek Hill's ever going to be super fantasy relevant. The guy's 31 years old. I think he's about to be 32.
32.
Yeah. So he's 32 years old coming off a major injury. Why are we thinking he's going to be fantasy relevant again? Trade him for Michael Wilson. We'll go back to the previous one. I just don't think he's going to be fantasy relevant. But if you want him to be, if you can't dump him off your team, then, keep your fingers crossed he goes back to KC or to another one of those contenders that needs a wide receiver one on their squad.
Sly, you dog. Not letting nostalgia affect your predictability for the future. I like it. I love it. Let's move on. Now, here we go. This is something that's caused a lot of controversy in the offseason. Will the Cowboys bring back Javonte Williams on another contract? And if they do, will he be good again?
I think they should, and I think they will, because I actually think he can be good again. They got a good offensive line. I think it's kind of a plug-and-play running back system, honestly. I think he'll be good again if he goes there, but if he doesn't, I think the next guy who comes in will be good there too. I think that they should, though, because he's going to be cheap. I don't think anybody else is going to be chomping at the bit to give him a multi-year deal. Maybe, if there is, maybe, but I don't think anybody will be. I kind of see Javonte's career arc going that of J.K. Dobbins, where he's kind of getting one-year deals until he has like a super elite season, like 1,300 yards, but that probably won't happen. So I see him going the way of one-year deal here, one-year deal there. And I think the Cowboys will re-sign him. I think that they've got enough other holes in that roster that they're going to try to fill those with the draft and free agency and say, hey, we can roll with Javonte again. I think they bring him back. I think he's decent again.
Javonte's stronghold. You heard it here first. I like that one as well. I don't have anything to dispute against that. Javonte Williams, Cowboys, bring it on.
Yeah, will I be surprised if he goes somewhere else? No. But I think, I'd say a 60% chance he stays. And if he does, 75% chance he's good again.
Now, for our final segment of the night, we have a bonus round. It is Speak when you hear a player you would rather have on your dynasty team than Chris Olave. All right, Sly the Solution, you ready?
I'm ready.
You might want to buckle your seats for this one, folks.
The fasten seatbelt sign is on.
Lad McConkey. Rome Adunes. Jalen Waddle. Jameson Williams. Jaden Higgins. Makai Lemon.
I'd actually give a Speak for that. I think the intrigue of a rookie is worth it. There were a few I was close on. Lad's close. Lad's really close. Kind of just didn't want to speak in the first one, low-key. Probably rather have Lad barely. But I didn't want to speak in the first one because that's no fun.
Okay, round 2, same question. Let's keep this rolling. Devonta Smith.
Yeah. Assuming A.J. Brown's gone. If A.J. Brown's not gone, then I'm not speaking.
Okay, final round. Tatoria McMillan. Zay Flowers. Carnell Tate.
I'll go with the rookie. I'll go with the rookie upside. And I'll speak, but I'm not even a mega Carnell Tate believer. But rookie upside, I'll take. If he's going to be a top 10 NFL draft pick, I'd rather have him.
Yeah, sure. First-year guy, fifth-year guy. We kind of already know the Saints situation. It's good, not great. Mm-hmm. Carnell, if he gets drafted by a top team, somebody might be desperate enough, a good team to trade up for him, maybe the Bills or something like that. Yeah, you'd absolutely take the risk associated with Tate or Lemon in that defense. So,
You could just say the same thing about Jordan Tyson, honestly, too.
Yeah.
The three top receivers. Any other receiver in this class, I would take Olave over. But those top three, I'd probably all rather have for the unknown. They could all end up being a top 10 dynasty receiver at some point.
Isn't he a spitfire? Well, that concludes this week's episode of Oil Boys Presents the Offseason Show. Good night, everyone.